Hello, and thank you for watching. This is for those who can and who want to do more. You have options in the description below. Pick the one that fits you best. May I always suggest a membership program because it is the most affordable way to support the channel without thinking so hard. But understand that by you watching from start to finish, liking, commenting, interacting with the video helps my algorithm a ton. Don't minimize the essence of your viewership because let me tell you something. It's the motivation that I need right now. I'm so exhausted. Listen, Judge Dorrow is back in the limelight. And, I have to say, it's the same crew. She has the same clerk. I recognize faces from the Darrowbrook trial. It's quite amazing. I feel like Judge Dorrow and the whole courtroom there, like, hi guys, hi, another criminal, yay. This one is nuts. This one is completely nuts. And I think it's going to be quite the fiasco. If you're new here, my name is Alistair Hanzekyo, and this is just my point of view. Let me ask you this question. I think we all have been to a friend's house. Heck, you know what? A family member. But for this story, let's stick to a friend. We all sat at their table. We all ate their food and drank their drink. And we went home alive without thinking twice about it. And the crazy thing about it is that those moments of trust, we are really vulnerable because what I'm about to tell you is quite disgusting. 39-year-old Jessy Kurczewski is accused of poisoning her friend. But let me give you a little bit more details about that. She calls 911. On the phone call, she tells the authorities, "Oh my God, I just walked in and my friend is unconscious." So the authorities is like, honey, what are you talking about? Okay, unconscious. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? I don't know what happened. I just walked in. She was unconscious. Jessy, did you really think that police would just stop there and take your word for it? She did. She did because she's sick, allegedly. So as the investigation progressed, and it's a pseudo-investigation, by the way, it's not even a real full-blown one, simple commonsensical questions really broke her idiotic brain. She initially denied being involved, and eventually, after multiple interviews, admitted to the police and the authorities that she handed out a water bottle to her friend with 6 Visine capsules poured in it. I'm only laughing because that is, who thinks of that? I never thought of Visine as to be a weapon. Oh, look at that. Who thinks of that? But Jessy did. Jessy did. 6. But to add insult, she said she did it because her friend wanted her to help her commit self-deletion. Oh, please, because every time there's a story like that, there's some lunatics, there's some idiots out there who go like, "Oh my God, Jessy is such a good friend." Listen, I'm going to shatter your bubble once more. After killing her friend, allegedly, she takes her friend's check, writes herself $130,000, honey, and tries to cash it. Now, this is where you are again stupid, Jessy. You really think the bank is going to take that money and be like, "Oh, yes, darling. What a nice check. Let's cash it." You an idiot. And anybody out there who think that's not how money works, stupids. No. Sorry. If they didn't catch you at the fact that you poisoned your friend allegedly, they would have caught you at the very least at the fraud. And matter of fact, she is charged for fraud and theft. $130,000, as if they're not going to call the person. "Hello, did you authorize this? What is this for?" As if. But Jessy, oh wait, it does. She doesn't even. There's more. There is more because you think that $130,000. That's it. No, this lunatic tried to steal another $160,000. It's a farce. No, first of all, the fact that someone died over this, it's really sad. But the idea that you think you could just, yeah, let me just steal your checkbook and empty your bank account. This is not the 1930s, idiots. Welcome to the new world. You're not going far with my checkbook. Matter of fact, here's my checkbook. Here, you can have it. I see you, please. See you. I see you in jail. This dummy then decided, oh my God, okay, so I killed my friend. Let me just make it seem like she tried to commit self-deletion. So she goes around and picks up all the pills and bottles that she could find around the house and stage it on her friend's chest to make her believe that she herself. And, you know, the toxicology report says, no, my dears, no, all these pills, that's not the case. It's the eye drops who killed her. All right. Well, that's Jessy for you. A stupid criminal who probably going to have fans. Oof, idiots. The glorious day in court is they're just determining which juror to strike out and which juror to keep. So it's not quite eventful, but there's a few nuggets here in terms of what I can dissect from what I saw. So let's go.
It's in the questionnaire.
I'm sorry that I don't have that one with me.
I'm sorry, and
Let me take a pause. I'll have my, I have the ones that were not contested initially in the back. Ryan, if you want to go grab that for me, I can look at it, and then if you don't have yours here, we'll just let you look at mine at this point.
Thank you. Have them on your computer? Let me get done with the jury. Attorney Nicolai, do you have a copy of the questionnaire that I could look at?
yeah, can I get it? Oh, yeah. Email it to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.
So I know you might seem like, what the hell am I watching? So I picked this particular segment because it was a moment where Judge Dorrow broke her judge face and she appreciated the coordination and the cooperation between both parties within her courtroom. And you could see that there is a slight moment of like pride, like, if not pride, of like, oh my God, finally some civility. I mean, she's not stupid. She knows exactly that eyeballs going to be glued to the screen of her case after Darrell Brooks. She's not an idiot. She knows exactly what she's flicking that hair for. No, she looks good. Nice hair. Yeah. Oh please. No, but it's it's a great. Aren't courts boring when nobody's acting a fool? Oh, what a disaster. You know what time it is? It is 10:18 p.m. No, oh my God.
The larger tables from another courtroom were put into the front spots, but there's no connectivity then when that is done. And then because the way that these were configured, and it's just the technology that we have, the larger tables, like this is why I had you all at the tables that you're at so you all could fit, but had the connectivity. So what I'm saying is I'll gladly try to work that out so that you have the larger tables in front, but if you need connectivity, I can't do that in the front tables. You only have connectivity, meaning to be able to display your evidence from a computer, from the back table. Now, in that other trial, the paralegal took care of all of that. I've already made orders related to who can be at what table or who can be in the gallery, not the gallery, who can be in the well. And so I'm not going to revisit that. That's already been approved. But just so you understand the limitation by putting large tables in front.
Understood, and we will have the same procedure as that trial where as long as the rear table has connectivity, that would be fine, and I think we'd prefer having a larger table for the three of us in the front without connectivity.
It will be the same size that you have
Okay.
right now. And I don't have any other tables, and I don't believe we used any other tables. But I'll look into that.
Okay.
Will the defense have any issue if you have a longer table but without connectivity in the front? Do you know what I mean by that?
I do know what you
Okay.
mean by that, but I'm not sure where I'm not in that courtroom, so it's hard for me to envision where we're going to sit. We want connectivity, so we would sit at a table that has connectivity.
All the tables, as they're currently set up, have connectivity.
All right, well,
The
this setup is-
issue is the size of the tables. You will see the table in front of you right now is shorter than the table at which you are currently seated. So if you choose to all sit at the back table, because it's a little bit more comfortable for 3 people, I can either remove that other table so there's nothing in front of you. But if you wanted 3 people more comfortably at the front table, it would not have the connectivity to the audiovisual system.
We wouldn't want that, so we'll just keep the 2 tables.
Okay. And we can look,
What?
we'll do all of this offline.
Okay.
We'll make sure we touch base with Zach Tremaine, but I'm about 99.9% positive about what I'm saying.
Okay.
And then look at the schematics we had for that other trial.
Okay.
But that's my recollection, is the front tables were larger but did not have connectivity.
Okay.
It was only the back tables. It's a mirror image of this, but larger, so that, because the jury box is on my right in that courtroom. And so the state would be on the right if you're me,
Right.
left if you're looking at me, and the defense will be on the other side, so.
I also had jotted down having a table for exhibits set up. I think in that trial, there was one kind of toward the front of the courtroom. There are going to be many, many, many exhibits in this case. And I'd like to keep them organized between trial days so that, because we're going to reuse them with various witnesses, so that we can keep them in order and grab them as we may need to.
I'll take that under advisement. I need to make sure we have that availability as well.
Okay. I was going to ask this court respectfully for a refresher on how you want the exhibit process to work, because I think there's a little confusion on our side in terms of what the court wanted ahead of time, and then I know perhaps your practice has changed since that last major case in terms of having exhibits e-filed. So I'm just asking for a repeat of that information, please.
Let's do that discussion offline with the attorneys
Okay.
in the court and my clerk.
I also note, I was contacted by an attorney with Corporation Counsel yesterday, inquiring about some subpoenas that were served on correctional officers. And when I actually looked back into that and refreshed my memory with the last jury status we had, similarly to what we discussed at the beginning of this hearing, the court had made an order that if there were going to be other acts about Magdalena Sabaniak, who was a jail inmate with the defendant, that another acts motion needed to be filed by February 3rd of 2023. And so my question is, given that was never filed, what the offer of proof is for these 2 correction officers, because I believe Corporation Counsel would be interested in avoiding having them produced if there's not any admissible reason for their testimony.
I'm not going to address that here today. I don't have a motion in front of me. I mean, Corp Counsel knows how to file a motion to quash should they deem it appropriate. At a minimum, the parties should meet and confer over that, and then if there's an issue, file an appropriate motion.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's much more than the tables. There's a power play going on here. The prosecution is asking with such conviction what they want. They're getting feedback from the judge, but even then, they are very determined as to, no, this is what we want, and this is what we're trying to get, and figure it out, judge, but this is how we want it. And the defense is kind of like, sure, yeah, sure, why not? But if you look at the attitude of our defendant, she's entitled. She's like a spoiled brat. Can I remind you very quickly that she murdered, allegedly, her friend? You know? Walking, she flicking her hair like she's bored, like breathing heavy. No, my dears. When you are in the jaws of the law, this is what you do. I mean, you shut the F up and you wear your suit and you don't even blink. What? It's serious business. It's not a time to fall asleep. Matter of fact, you're in a jumpsuit. Didn't you sleep yesterday? I hope not. I hope they put you on the floor without a mattress. Another piece of information that the prosecution has alluded to is that they want to subpoena the correctional officers because apparently this particular lunatic has a connection with another criminal inside the jail. So could it be phone calls? Could it be communication? I mean, we don't know yet, but could it be like, oh girl, I got that money. I gave this bitch eye drops and she fell asleep. Hi, Sarah. Right? Yeah. A mess. A f***ing mess. I'm cursing a lot. What's going on? I'm tired. I'm tired. Oh, God, it's 10:30. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, no, look, she looks like she's a hard criminal, which again leads me to my point. Let's go. Thought number one. If you are a criminal, just don't tell me. If you change your ways, just don't tell me because you would scare me. And so the friend who drank the eye drops, I'm skittish. I'm just too afraid. I'm afraid of dying. I'm too afraid. Life is too short, too difficult to deal with bullshit. I'm sorry. Like, if you give me too much headache, like, literally, I'm like, ugh, no. I'm out. I'm out at the slightest hint of a headache. I don't even play. No, all I want is nothing but lollipops and bunnies and rainbows. You know how hard my life is? I don't need any obstacle. A pebble, I quit. I'm out. So, yeah. If you got to this point, thank you so much. I hope you had a good giggle. I hope you're just as awake as I am and hope you're not tired. Press like, subscribe if you haven't done so. Let's continue with the show. I hope you will enjoy the past content I've made, and I hope you enjoy the new content that we'll make. You know? Yeah. Next segment. The woman filed a motion to dismiss the homicide charges because she's like, I didn't kill her. She wanted me to help her self-delete. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so the defense questioned a medical examiner called Lydia. She questioned her qualifications as she supposedly never ruled the chemical tetrahydrozoline as a cause of death before. Gee, I wonder why, because nobody uses eye drops to murder. It's so ridiculous. Of course she never used that as a cause of death before, because nobody uses. I think this is the first eye drop murder, right, in the history of humankind, isn't it? I would never see eye drops the same. Oh my god. What's in my water? What's in your water? What is this? Eye drops in here? Listen, so Lydia says, in my field in forensic, which I'm actually going to say is the broadest field in medicine considering I autopsy fetuses to geriatric patients, natural diseases, and even injury, it's really not uncommon to have first. I told you. I mean, I've been doing this for 36 years. It's the first time she's seen eye drop. I can't even breathe. Lydia, it's okay. The defense have to try something. You know, it's just like Sarah Boone. Like, oh my God, what defense do I pick? Okay, fine. Any defense, Brandon, none. It's not your fault, Lydia. The defense has to try something. They have to give the illusion that they're trying. Please, the defense attorney is like, oh my God, what's her name? Jessy. Oh my God, Jessy. What have you done? Now, here's where I find things to be really interesting. She's held on a $1 million bail. Oh, look at that, Daryl. Look at that. Yeah, they learned their lesson, didn't they? Yeah, they fired that clerk, put a fresh new clerk with glasses. And yeah, finally, a bail that is fitting, a bail that fits the crime. Yeah. Let's go to my final thought. Listen, I think I'm going to follow this trial for two reasons. The first one is it's Judge Dorrow. Man, that hair is good, isn't it? It hasn't aged. No, it's great. And the second reason is I've read about this criminal way back when it happened, and I thought it was completely fascinating at the fact that she used eye drops. I was like, what? So initially in the article that I read, and that they got it wrong, it read that she put poison in the eye drops, and then the roommate put the eye drops in her eyes, and over time it killed her. No, actually, she emptied eye drops in the water and gave it to a friend. So, I read that wrong. But yeah, very, very intrigued. Very intrigued. Oh, Waukesha. What's going on? What's in the water, Waukesha? Milwaukee, Waukesha. Can you tell me a little bit, like, what's happening? It's making me, my father went to, him. He went to University of Wisconsin. That's when he did his studies. He's the criminal too, so it's like, what is going on in Wisconsin? I'm naturally scared. Okay, forget about my final thought. Look, let's go to my let's talk. If you got to this point, thank you so much. Press like, subscribe. It really helps the algorithm a ton. You don't understand. I think I'm getting sick. Oh my God. I don't feel well. I feel like a little tired, flu-ish. It's just been a roller coaster of never ending. Sleep regression is torture. Olympia hasn't been sleeping, please, for the past 2.5 weeks. Yeah. I told you, I just stopped complaining about it because I'm not a complainer. I complain 1-2 times and then I shut up about it. So, sleep regression. I'm exhausted. I'm also very burnt out. I'm extremely burnt out. What's interesting about burning out? Oh, there's too many thoughts in my head. 1 second. Okay, I'll go with the burnout. Then I'll come back to this one. Hold on. Let me just write it down so I don't forget it. I'd call my friend Linda. I spoke to Beefy about it, but I called my friend Linda and I was telling her, I was like, first of all, oh my God, focus. I call my sister first. And then I call my friend Linda. And Linda has a new baby, so I had to be very careful how much I dump on her, right? Because she's busy. She has 2 kids, please, and a newborn. But I just wanted to get her opinion on it. And I was just like, I feel like it's not even overwhelmed. And I just feel like I just want to freeze and just disappear for like 2 weeks. I want silence. I don't want to watch TV. I want everybody shut up. I want silence. Nobody speaks to me. Don't call me. Leave me the F alone for 2 weeks. Like, I just want to disappear in the bubble of silence in the dark. I need to recharge my batteries. I have been moving nonstop. And Linda said, first of all, her baby is so nice, so quiet. She said, no. First of all, she's like, then do it. I said, girl, do you know who we're talking to? We started laughing. No, but she was like, no, yeah, you need to slow it down, Alistair. Remember, if you're not okay, Olympia is not okay. And I went through postpartum. And so severe postpartum, by the way, severe, meaning that will always be at risk. Once you go through severe postpartum, you're at risk. You're at risk. You're at risk. So I'm always going to be at some level of risk, depending on the stress level of being a little bit cuckoo, a little bit crazy. So, we talk, and I call my sister, and my sister said, the thing about burnout is not the fact that you're working too much or overwhelmed. It's the fact that you feel you don't have enough impact. I said, what do you mean? She said, yeah, because plenty of people work a lot and are not burnout. The people who feel burnout, when they get to a point where they're no longer making a difference. So you're working so hard and getting no reward. Therefore, you're getting frustrated. Like it feels like you're wasting your time, so to speak. And so your impact value has dropped down. I said, oh my God, I didn't even think about it like that. Then it made me think, like, the impact value. What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? Anyway, long story short, I don't want to bore you too much. Enough. So I'm mending myself. So motivation. Listen, motivation. It really helps. I need it right now. I need someone to tell me, love me. Love me. By the way, you know what I do that? So funny. I have to say, now that I have a daughter, listen, now that I have a daughter, my perception of things is very different. You don't know what it's like to be a woman unless you're a woman. What the fuck? What kind of statement is that, Alistair? No, let me explain. Wait! Don't leave. Wait! What time is it? Oh my God, it's 10:45. Oh my God, it's 10:45. Alistair. Okay, wait. Don't leave. Let me explain. So what I mean by that is, I have to be aware of the vagina and how the vagina works inside and out. I have a daughter. I have to know how it works. I have to be careful of boys. I have to be careful of everything. And it's just like, as a boy, you just get up and go. Like, you don't really think so hard about so many stupid things, right? And I was telling my sister, I was like, okay, Paula, like, tell me about this, tell me about that. And I was like, oh my God, that's a lot. That's just a lot on top of what? My job? That's just a lot. But yeah, let me tell you something. It's tough to be a girl. Yeah, it's tough to be a girl. No offense, boys. You know I love boys. Don't be offended. And if you're offended, sorry. I'm not editing that. Get over it. No, anyway, look. What else? Oh, right. Skittish. Yeah, I'm very skittish. I was saying, I'm like, yeah, I mean, plenty of people are criminals. Listen, I was a criminal once, but not that kind of criminal. I, stole food from the supermarket one day. I jumped the turnstile. I don't know. But I'm not that kind of criminal. So there's a different level of criminality, and there's certain criminal situation where, oh God, there's what am I watching? There's a TV playing over there. Oh my God, my operations has improved. No, not improved. I'm working. Anyway, I turned the TV off. Was it? Yes. There's you've been in jail for what? Drug trafficking? Look, we could be friends from far away. And it's not because I'm not a likable person. It's because I have too much to lose. I said that a lot. I do, right? But no, you don't understand. Maybe you do. If you're a parent, you understand what I mean. I am so aware of my mortality ever since having my baby. No, I'm like, okay, where am I going? Even when I drive, I don't trust, how if you drive, you have the stop sign. I don't trust you stopping at the stop sign. No, I'm like, okay, he stopped. I don't trust nobody now. Or even when someone's making a left turn, I'm like, how are you going to turn? Like, I don't trust anybody. What a terrible way to live. No, I live fine. But I'm hyper vigilant. Yeah, I'm very well aware of my mortality, because if I die now, it's a disaster. Like, now is not the time to die. Maybe when she's 40, sure. But now she needs me all happy, all awake. So I don't take chances. What else is going on? All right, so I'm going to follow this story. Judge Dorrow had good hair, right? Yeah. A lot has changed. A lot has to change. First of all, let me tell you the big thing, and this is another thing with parenting and stuff. I had no idea. I should have known better. Olympia, brand new, even better because she sleeps all day. It's just you're too sleep deprived to appreciate it. But now, actually, as she's getting older, it's getting more and more demanding. And I'm like, of course, Alistair, you're not raising a puppy. It's a human being. What do you expect? That she'd sleep all day forever? I said that to I said, oh my God, Chris, can you believe that? I actually legit thought that this would get easier as she gets older. And then he's like, what? I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess she can't sleep all day forever. It's like, no, she can't. So now, because daycare Monday to Friday, right? It's getting cold outside. We cannot go outside and do our outside stuff like we used to. So now we have to find an activity to do on Saturday. So my schedules get filled again. Saturday, swimming lessons. I mean, swimming for toddlers, for, the brand new ones. Another thing to do on the calendar. I'm just sitting there like, oh my God. My God, no wonder people get wrinkles when they have kids. Who has more than one? Oh my God. Who has more than one? I'm so glad we don't have, oops, I'm pregnant. What? You're pregnant? I know, I am. What happened to your birth control? I took it. It's not my fault. Why didn't you pull out? Oh, humans, they're the best thing ever. Speaking of disasters in this world, the Israel-Hamas conflict, I'm not going to get into it, but listen, it has divided the nation some more, as if we need more division. We have Democrats, Republicans divided, Palestinians and Israeli divided, Russia and Ukraine divided. At what point are we going to say, at what point do we get along? This is unbelievable. All I got to say is peace. Oh, you're going to get mad at me for that? Please get out of here. Peace. That's all I want. Peace. Please, peace. Halloween is coming up. What are you doing for Halloween? Are you letting those little monsters ring your doorbell? You know what I said about Halloween? It's a perfect time. It's 10:54. Halloween is a perfect time for the murderer to come murder you. I tell you why. It's like, wear a mask. Ding dong. Who's this? Freddy Krueger. Oh, mommy, it's Freddy Krueger. Open the door. And then after he's done murdering you, he will just walks out the door, walks on the street and get a coffee. And people will be like, oh my God, what a great Freddy costume. Is that blood? Oh, it looks like real blood. Where did you get it? Like, I'm telling you, Halloween, it's like the murder is like freedom. Don't you just love in college where people dress like sluts? It's like, what's the costume? A nurse. Nurse don't dress like that. I had such a good time in college, I have to say. Oh, Linda, we had such great time. Linda was my roommate. Please. Do you know her now husband? You know how we met? Look. Please. Linda and I were dangerous. We were very dangerous. She met her now husband while we were out. Please. What a story. Yeah. Look at the time. It's 25 minutes. I'm talking for 25 minutes. I'm out of my mind. I'm sitting here telling you how burned out I am. And I'm sitting here talking to you about nonsense. It's 11:06. Oh my God. Olympia's going to wake up in 6 hours. Please, she wakes us up at 5 a.m. This girl, I don't understand. What happened to the sleep? Clockwork. For the past 2 weeks, 5 a.m., she wakes up hurling and screaming, and she doesn't go back to sleep. So I'm already screwed. Okay, goodbye. Love you for watching. Goodbye.